What's going on, Will Freeman, RevolutionaryLifestyleDesign.com, talking to you today about the biggest mistake in sales, how to avoid it. That mistake is indulging instead of selling. Okay, there's two major forms of communication. There's indulging your own emotions, it's about you, and there's selling, which is about the other person. Okay, the client doesn't give a fuck about what happened to you today. Perfect example. Me and my buddy were checking into Airbnbs. We were both staying in the same condo building, different condos in Philippines. My person wasn't there, self check-in, which is, you got to do it for the Airbnb, but it's not great. Um, his was there. He asked her how she's doing. Her first answer was talking about how hot she was, how tired she was, how she had to go to a ton of different units, all this stuff. We just stepped off the plane. We'd spent all day in the airport. We don't give a fuck about what happened in her day. Okay, all we want to know is that each of our rooms is going to be clean and tidy and right this way and customer service. Okay, that happens a lot over here in Southeast Asia. The customer service culture is not great, although significantly better in the Philippines than Thailand, if you're wondering. Um, but it is common across the board. Okay, um, when you're selling, you do not have the luxury of being frustrated. You don't have the luxury of talking about your problems. You don't have the luxury of indulging your own stories. Your client doesn't want to hear about you. They want to hear about themselves, and they want to get their problem solved. Okay, so you have to hold all that in, and you still have to project a happy face, a pleasant face, a cheerful face, a pleasant voice. Okay, that wasn't easy all the time. When I was in sales for almost a decade, doing 100 calls a day, some days I'd be feeling sick, some days I'd feel terrible. But the client on the other end of that phone call should not know any of that. Okay, that's the price to pay for financial success. The ability to sell, the ability to put someone else before you. That's how you make money, right? You don't make money by indulging yourself. You make money by giving value to other people. You make money by um, giving them the behavior that they want, as well as the uh, solving their problems. Okay. Um, when I'm talking to my coaching clients, right? I'm not talking about myself. Occasionally, I'll interject with a story that I feel is valid and useful to prove a point. But the vast majority of those 2 hour weekly calls and I allow my clients to message me on WhatsApp as much as they want during the day is about them and about their ideas, their problems, solutions to that. And that's whether I'm not feeling well, whether I'm in transit to the airport somewhere dealing with a visa, I'm responding. Um, but the response to me from me is going to be the same to that client. Okay, no matter what's going on in my life, it should be the same for you. Same goes on a first date, by the way. A lot of guys ask what to say to a girl, and I tell them to run the question vibe loop, right? Which is the opposite of what these mainstream pickup artists say, who are always talking about this flashy game and all that. At the end of the day, you want the first date to be like at least 50% her talking, ideally like 70%. That includes if she's shy, especially if she's shy. Okay, she's gonna feel really comfortable after she's been telling herself about you, not just sitting there listening to you. Okay, the opposite of what you think. Like when you're asking questions, taking an interest, you know, vibing on, "Oh, okay, where'd you go to school, right? What did you take?" And talking about her parents. That's how people feel comfortable. Okay, not just indulging what's going on with you. All right, she doesn't want to hear the in-depth intricacies of your fucking drop shipping business. Okay, you're gonna put her to sleep. She's gonna want to talk about herself. So when you are um, to get value or to get something from a person, you have to add that value. Okay. So do not make the mistake of indulging when you should be selling. Indulging is something for the girlfriend or for your close friends, but even then in moderation. Look, if you're going through something, maybe you have some health problems, you might indulge more than regularly. Um, but ultimately, um, you don't want to be indulging, like venting negative emotions too often with people, because they're not going to be want to be around you. You're going to be wanting to add value. You're hanging out with your friends or your girlfriend. It's cheerful. It's fun. It's or you have something interesting to say. At the end of the day, it's I think a lot of what makes these really successful people, they've added so much value to others. Like Steve Jobs, total dick in person apparently, but added, added a tremendous amount of value with the smartphone that I'm speaking to you on. Okay, he gave people what they wanted instead of indulging a whim. I'm sure there was plenty of times where he didn't want to make that smartphone. He was like, "What the fuck did I do?" Um, you know, so whenever you want value or something, it's about selling. Always being selling, not always being closing. By the way, not always being closing. That's a fallacy. If you're always trying to close someone, no one's going to want to be around you. You have to be able to add value before you can close, and then you have to closing at the right time. And there's a fine line between knowing that time, pushing too hard, not pushing hard enough. If you want to learn more, check out my book, How to Sell, revolutionarylifestyledesign.com/products. Also, stay tuned for RLD University or RLD Academy. I'm not sure it's going to be everything I know in one course. There's going to be a lot of stuff on selling. But this is just a quick tip. If you feel like if it's about you, it's usually indulging. If it's about you, it's indulging. If it's about the other person, right? Giving them what they want. That's the start of salesmanship. So just a quick pointer to remember, and if you want help with that, holler at your boy. My coaching program's available. Books available. Also available in the comment section to respond to you. So hope you found this useful. Much love to you. Wish you all the best. Also, check out all my other sales stuff for free. Just go to revolutionarylifestyledesign.com/money. I've got a ton of free stuff on sales. You don't even need to buy anything if you're interested. And sales, by the way, I'm not just talking about a sales job, okay, which is horrible, but it's useful. Sales is the most important thing in business by far. Probably the most important social skill in life because you're always selling at all times. Basically, everything's, your communication. You're looking for a result to pretty much every communication. Okay. That being said, I'm not telling you to be disingenuous, like you're selling someone some bullshit, but I'm saying be cognizant of it, be aware of it, being aware when you're indulging and recognizing like, hey, I can't be talking about myself all the time. I can't be venting to people all the time. Especially I can't be doing it all when it's a sales situation. That's for, close friends, the girlfriend occasionally, but in, moderation, be aware of that. And not only are you going to close more and sell more, but, you're going to be more successful socially and people are going to want to be around you a lot more. If you notice in these videos, I don't talk about problems that I have. Okay, you guys don't want to hear that shit. The only time I'll talk about it is if it's a problem that I think that a lot of other guys have, which is basically how I created this site, was just solving my own problems and then putting it out there to you guys. And then I have a solution. Okay, there's some bloggers and some guys out there who are all about this, dropping truth bombs about how bad the world is, but they don't give a solution. They just leave the guy there. Okay, that's not what it's about either. It's about, if I'm talking to you, it's not about my problems. It's about a problem that I think that you have, talking directly to you, not change the world to you, whatever your name is, John or Dave or Tim. I'm talking directly to you, and then what I think is a useful solution to that. Okay, and I know that if I haven't done this for a while and continuing to add all that free value, the value comes back to me. And that's been proven time and time again. And that's all from selling, adding value, not indulging some personal diatribe or treating this as a venting platform or, indulging something that I don't think that most people would be interested in. Okay, and that applies across all areas of life. I think it'll be massive benefit to you. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Wish you all the best.